Hey everyone, so I wanted to start off by announcing that I'm starting to stream on Twitch again, and I'm going to be doing it more regularly, even though I don't have a set schedule for it since my personal schedule is a little sporadic at the moment. But yeah, so find me at www.twitch.tv/JesseEffendi. You can find the link in the description below. Speaking of Twitch, this entire video was recorded through Twitch, and I downloaded it, and now it's sped up, obviously. Pretty much, the reason why I want to do Twitch is not only because I think it's fun to live stream my art, and it's good practice for drawing in front of people, but also because it makes recording my videos easier. At least for right now, my digital art, since that's what my setup is good for. I do want to eventually start streaming traditional art, but I need to get another camera and figure out how to set that up. But for the time being, it's all just going to be digital. And hey, look, you can see my face now on the bottom right corner of the video. Yeah, I don't know, I just decided to do face cam. I thought it'd be kind of fun, I guess. I don't do it for YouTube just because, you know, I do a lot of edits and stuff. But since it's stream, I figured, why not? And I don't know, it's just whatever. That being said, this entire drawing here was actually done on my stream. It just so happens to be a commissioned piece related to Twitch. Basically, he wanted a cartoon version of his head so that people can recognize his content by. He'll probably use it as his avatar and maybe even put it in his overlay for his streams, as well as just, you know, slapping it on his YouTube thumbnails if he does choose to make some YouTube videos. This was a relatively easy commission to do. Usually when it comes to doing drawings of people, I have a bit of a hard time, especially when it's someone I know, and I actually know this person. But he just happens to have some pretty distinct features. His hair and his facial hair, essentially. That's pretty much all it took. For some people, it's harder to draw them just because they don't have prominent features, I guess you can say. And not to say that they don't look unique, it's just that some people are easier to turn into cartoons because they got like these features that kind of just call out to you or just kind of like, you know, slap you in the face basically. So if someone has like a really tiny nose or a really large nose, it's easy to make that, but sometimes you also don't want to offend them. So you got to be careful of that as well. If you get like your quote unquote normal or average Joe looking person, say, I don't know, your everyday Asian guy with a comb over, it's gonna be hard to draw that person because if you draw exactly that, it can look like any guy. But if it happens to be your Asian guy with a comb over who has a mustache and maybe some plugs, then people are going to recognize that easier when they're turned into a cartoon. Even though it doesn't exactly capture their likeness, there's enough information there to be like, oh, that's Jason. You know what I mean? So yeah, this guy just happened to have some easier features to capture, and you know, he's got the big hair, he's got a mustache and some stubble, and he's also got like a slightly rounded face, and that makes it easier to kind of cheat your way into making it look like that person. For 100%, I can tell you that I didn't capture his likeness completely, but I've left enough information in there, like I said, his hair, his facial hair, his face shape, for people to be able to recognize him, you know? It's just like if you see a cartoon version of a celebrity in The Simpsons or Family Guy, you're not gonna look at that character and be like, oh, that looks just like him. But they've left enough information of that person in the character design for you to understand, like, oh, that's supposed to be Mark Hamill. I don't know, I'm just saying that I've had trouble in the past with some commissions during Valentine's time, and it's kind of scary, especially when someone's paying you for a drawing that they want to love, you know. That's kind of why this time around I haven't really advertised for some of those commissions. But if someone does come to me for that, of course I'd probably say yes. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing me draw in real time, I promise I'll do more exciting drawings than just a head on my streams. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch. You can also subscribe here if you're new. And I have a new video every Monday and streaming whenever I can. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!